Throughout our entire existence, never before has humanity seen as exponential of a technological growth as we are witnessing today. We have traversed past major milestones in this field one after another without tiring and without slowing. However, on our shining wall of engineering accomplishments, there still exists one award which we have yet been able to give to ourselves. That achievement is none other than closing the technological gap between nations to ensure universal development. I firmly believe that we can improve the status quo by stabilizing volatile geopolitical hotspots, allowing, learning, and adapting assiduously from foreign experts. Just as any other major international changes, we must first address governmental and geopolitical situations of nations in order to properly assess and set out clear goals for civilian technological development. Currently, we see an obvious parallel between least developed countries, the ones lacking behind with regard to finance and gadgetry, and tumultuous conflicts. It is a paramount condition that any advancements in terms of economic, quality of life, or machinery be made within stable states, for only in peaceful times can authorities work on bettering its citizens' socio-economic life. Manifestly, to help developing nations close the technological gap means to end all instability in turbulent regions, most preferably through diplomacy, and their governments must dedicate themselves to civilian development. The authorities of these states must have clearly defined visions, then make plans based on those predetermined goals, such as in South Africa, where the integration of more technologically based teaching methods has been quite successful, offering children from even the most rural regions a wider range of subjects and knowledge. From there, the country hopes the new generation will be an enlightened one, capable of offering their skills and erudition to the nation's development and the world. A peaceful environment to thrive and commitment to technological advancements within the government are the cornerstones to closing the engineering polarization and subsequently accelerating international technologies. Within these plans, a nation must thereafter allow and learn from foreign experts and apparatuses. Vietnam is a prominent example of how embracing novel developments correctly leads to fantastic achievements in industrialization and technological innovation. Back in the 1980s, this insignificant Southeast Asian nation was plagued with poor finance after 3 wars devastated almost everything. However, the winds of fortune blew in the sails of its unimpressive economy by the turn of the decade, thanks to a combination of successful domestic reforms, tax laws, and investor-friendly policies aimed at learning and attracting foreign experts and firms. The wealth that sprang from this success meant the nation invested heavily in infrastructure, which laid the foundation for its transformation to a technological hub, with the Financial Times reporting that the country was the second biggest exporter of electronics in the region in 2017. Meanwhile, Zimbabwe, the country that experienced hyperinflation back in the early 2000s, had assimilated mobile finance services. The adoption of this method was only one of many solutions implemented, but we witnessed a somewhat successful leap from paper money straight to digital payments. This, along with a larger trend seen all over Africa to digitalize, led to astounding achievements such as the recent wireless self-powered television from a Zimbabwean inventor, Vietnam's full embracement of the fourth industrial revolution, and Zimbabwe's accomplishments are prominent proofs of how successfully welcoming and mastering foreign knowledge can lead the way to closing the gadgetry gap and therefore improve the world's technology in general by giving bright minds worldwide equal opportunities. I firmly believe that only a strong, united front striving to end the current engineering polarization can bring about real change. It is in our best interest that no country gets left behind in this rapidly advancing world, for only with equal chances can true innovators shine the brightest. When our endeavors finally succeed, it will be the star of victory that enrich humanity's well of technical knowledge and one which our posterity shall admire upon and model after. Thank you. My speech concludes here.
Thank you very much. Peter, before I ask you a question about this, have you done this program before?
Yes, I've done this last year.
You look familiar, so that's I wasn't sure. This is some really interesting information here, and I think you have some really good points about Vietnam and Zimbabwe bringing in foreign investment. I'm curious, though, what you think individual developing nations could do within their nation to help them develop quickly. You know, you're talking about foreign investment, so that's coming from outside. What could they do internally? What could they focus on?
Well, I think as for internal help, the government could invest in, say, education. They could make education more widespread. They could make healthcare more widespread. And if hunger, education, housing, and all those basic problems are relieved, then basically the people don't need to worry about trying to feed themselves 2 meals a day, but rather focus on developing technology and helping their nation move a step forward. It's all about taking care of the basic needs, really.
Fair enough. Good point. Thanks very much.
Thank you.